Today, I will be showing you guys how to make pão de ló. It is a Brazilian recipe from my aunt, and today's ingredients will be eggs, orange juice, sugar, all-purpose flour, and baking powder. Right now, you need 6 eggs. So these 6 eggs you'll have to crack, and you have to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. And I will show you how to do that right now. Crack it, and you just have to keep moving the yolk back and forth so there's no yolk in the whites. Preferably we'd have brown eggs right now, but our supply guy, his chickens are not making eggs right now because of the temperature change. So we had to go to Wegmans and buy some white eggs. So once again, you'll crack the egg, split it in half, and just let all of the egg whites fall, and just keep moving back the egg yolk, and then none of the egg yolk will get in the whites. So next, we will have to start up the oven, and you need it at 350 degrees. Then, once that starts going, you will want to take vegetable oil, and you just want to put it in the pan, just a little bit. And you want to take a paper towel and move it around, just to grease up the pan. And then once you're done with that, you will take a napkin and open it up, and this will be used as parchment paper. In Brazil, they don't have parchment paper, so we will be using a napkin. And you just want to lay it in there flat, make sure it's on all the sides, and then you're going to want to cut off the edges so it doesn't burn the oven. So once you separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, you will want to put this in a mixer, and you're going to want to put it all the way to max power, like this. You're going to want to put it in there and put it to max power. And by doing this, it will get the cake nice and fluffy. You're going to want to wait until the egg whites are nice and foamy, and you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder as it's mixing. And now we just wait until it's really fluffy, and then okay, so after about a minute, it'll get really fluffy like this. So then you can just turn it off and take this out. And you'll know when it's done when you can just take something like this and it's just nice and firm, but still very fluffy. Then you will want to take this whole bowl and put it in this bowl. Very light. So once you're done with this, you're gonna want to put the egg yolks in here and put 300 milliliters of orange juice. So I just put the egg yolks in the bowl, and it doesn't matter if there's any remaining egg whites in there. Once I do that, I will shake the orange juice and put 300 milliliters of orange juice in here, and then I'll pour it into the bowl. And I'll pour it in. And this will create a mess once I turn it up to max power. So to prevent that, I just took 2 paper towels and ripped it a little bit, and we'll cover it, and I'll just prevent it from the splattering. And you will let it beat until it's so foamy it just gets to the top, and then that's it. So about after a minute, you're going to want to add 2 cups of sugar. And the purpose we are using orange juice today is because my aunt wanted to make the recipe more flavorful. So instead of using water like the recipe really calls for, she used her orange trees in her backyard to make the recipe. So 2 cups of sugar, and then you're going to need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to want to do this slowly or else it's going to spill everywhere, like it already is. So after the 2.5 cups of flour, you're going to want to add 3 tablespoons of baking powder. Then after that mixes in, you're going to want to stop this. Make sure it mixes all in. And we're going to want to stop this. And then you're going to want to put the egg yolks into the egg whites. Very carefully. And then once this is done, you're gonna wanna fold it. So once all the egg yolks are in the egg whites, you can just put this in the sink for that to be washed. And then you're gonna wanna fold this by just getting up, or under and up, and just keep doing that. So you're just gonna wanna keep folding it until it looks like this. And then, once you do this, you will pour it into the pan, pour it into both, and then you're done. Once you have them both poured into the pan, you're gonna wanna put it into the preheated oven, into the middle row. Try not to burn your hands. And you wanna do that for about 20 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. So once they come out of the oven and they're nice and golden brown, you're gonna wanna cut them both in half. So after you cut both cakes, you're gonna wanna put the first layer as a caramel filling. You're gonna wanna put a big blob right in the middle, and then mix it all around. So now I put the second cake on top of the caramel layer, and now I will put a coconut cream filling. And do the same thing with the caramel, and just put a big blob in the middle, and then mix it around. And the last layer will be a custard, which you just want to put right in the middle, and then move it around. So we just made some meringue frosting using egg whites and sugar and just beated it. And now you will spread this all over the cake. After frosting the cake, you can now add the final touch of some sprinkles.